Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you another emboss resist technique that I've kind of done in the past, but this one's going to be just a little different. I am going to use this cute little grape stamp, and I'm going to use my embossing pad to just get all the oils off. I don't always do this. It depends what I'm doing, because if I'm embossing something small, I won't even bother. So, but it's good to use it. I also have the bottle one too with the brush. Either one's fine. And I'm going to take my Versamark ink. And I'm just going to, take this grape and just kind of stamp it in random places. And you're not going to really be able to see the image on the screen. I can see it somewhat, but I'll just like go around here, and it's good if you're making a card. You can do this technique and then use it for a card. Let me see how this is looking. Yeah, I guess that's good enough. Okay. Now I'm going to go over it with my clear embossing powder. And this is the super fine detail from Ranger. And when you're going to emboss, I would suggest always using the super fine clear if you can, because it doesn't swell up as much and your image is nice and crisp. So I'm just going to go all over this with the embossing powder. If you see any excess where it doesn't belong, I know you can't really tell there. See how you can see a little bit? Sometimes you'll get a little spot or something, and you can just wipe it off with your finger, or I always have like a little brush handy in case I need it. Then I'm going to dump all this embossing powder back into the jar. And these are small bottles, but they last a long time. They really do. So it's a good investment to have. So after we do that, let's now heat emboss this image. Actually, before I do that, let me just wipe off this excess over here on the mat, because all I need is for that to stick on it. We don't want that to happen. All right. Okay. So what I do is I just put my heat tool on for just a few seconds before I start heat embossing. That way it doesn't warp the paper as much, and you don't have to keep it on the paper that long because it's already hot. So that's just one tip from me. Okay, and as soon as you start to see the embossing powder melt and it makes it all shiny, move to the next spot, because if it's already nice and shiny and you keep it there too long, it's going to burn. Okay, so then now just make sure it's not sticky so you can do the next step. Now I'm going to take the seedless preserves and I'm just going to go over the whole thing. Put that there. But instead of just going over it, like I've done a spider web video like that, I'm just gonna kind of go like this with it. You know what? I don't think I can. You know what? That's yucky. Never mind. I am gonna go over it. Okay, and then you're left with that. But it gets better, because once you're finished with this part, you're just going to take a paper towel and then just go all over the white where the embossing powder was, so you can get that color off from the stamp. And then you have this nice image that you can use as a card base, or you can use in your journal, or whatever you're making. Maybe if you're making like a little envelope or whatever you're making, this is a technique you can use. So last time I showed you with a spider web, but now I showed you with a solid image, which this particular stamp, it's not quite solid because it has a lot of pits in it. So that's why you see a lot of pitting in here. But I don't have a lot of solid stamps that I know about. I think I gave a lot away. So I just used what I had on handy, which was this. And I like that effect too, though, with those little pits. So that looks good too. So I just wanted to show you that. Thanks for watching. Happy crafting, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.